John, Nevada, UNLV, they're both battling for this. The Fremont Cannon. It's the largest trophy in all of college football.
Jason, Aggies head coach Doug Martin really challenged his offense this week. He said if we're going to win, we have to keep pace with the Nevada offense that's averaging 32 points per game. Back in 1974, $179 was spent to make this trophy, symbolizing the rivalry between the two schools. 40 meetings later, the Bayou Bucket has become one of the most valuable pieces of hardware in all of Houston.
For a second game in a row, the Aggies will be without senior guard Brock Miller due to back spasms. Head coach Ryan Odom told us he's been playing in pain for quite some time, and he will likely miss the remainder of the month.
Dave, Houston defensive lineman Cedric Williams will miss the remainder of today's game with a broken ankle suffered in the first quarter. I was watching him as he was carted off the field. He was in tears. He was banging his helmet in frustration.
Desmond Purnell joins us now with more on how the Rams responded. Desmond?
That's right, Jason. During their previous home game, the Rams partnered with the Red Cross. They were able to raise thousands of dollars to help those impacted by the recent fires. Coach Medved called the recent tragedy heartbreaking. He said this situation is definitely bigger than basketball. Coach told us as a university, they will continue to do whatever they can to help their community during this difficult time, Jason.
Guys, Shaka Smart, he wants his players to remember three letters. EGB stands for energy generating behaviors. That's the aggressive defense, slapping the floor, cheering for his teammates. Coach Smart was not happy Saturday with his team's EGB against Northern Illinois. That's why he took out all 5 starters less than 4 minutes into the game. The turnover struggles that your quarterback Clayton Tune had last week were well documented. Fast forward to today, 0 interceptions. How would you describe the game your quarterback had tonight?
He just played within himself.
Desmond, not just a great football player, right?
No doubt about that. The Houston coaching staff believes he can play on Sunday afternoons, but if that does not work out, he has a very nice plan B. Just yesterday, Marcus released his debut album called Complications. He produced the music. He performed all the vocals. The album is currently streaming on Spotify, SoundCloud, and Apple Music. His teammates love the album. I gave it a listen. I enjoyed it. And get this, guys, he also has a website where he sells his own T-shirts. So the new name, image, and likeness rule has been very nice to Mr. Jones. When I spoke to you at halftime, Coach, you said you wanted to test your team's manhood. You wanted to see how they would perform in the second half, hopefully better than they did a week ago. How would you describe the performance your team had in the second half tonight?
I'd say it's pretty good. We put, 28 on them?
Let's check in with Desmond on the sidelines.
Yeah, guys, you see Justin Lockhart down stretching right now. They've also given him water. They've had him on the bike. He suffered a muscle cramp in his right calf muscle. He's doing everything possible to get himself back into this game. Guys, anytime the Wolfpack scores a touchdown or forces a turnover, you're going to see these Wolfpack Bucks raining from the sky. It's a new celebration that just started this season.
Touchback, back down it is.
Dave, prior to every game, you can catch Wolfpack head coach Jay Norvell stretching, doing push-ups, going through the full pregame warm-up with his players. He told us yesterday he just likes being around them. This week, he took the time out to take his players to see the new James Bond movie. He told us giving his players time is one of the best ways he can show them he is invested in them as people, not just as athletes, Dave.
Great report.
Coach Todd Graham not happy with his defense. He's urging them to quickly look over to the sidelines to get the call. Coach Graham said his defense is moving too slowly. They're not lining up correctly. He said we have to adjust to their fast-paced tempo.
Coaching them up, Des.
Desmond Purnell, do you have answers?
Russ, you wanted to know if Nate Cox was a left-legged kicker. The answer is yes and no. He punts with his left leg, but he kicks field goals with his right leg. He says his teammates, they get confused about it, so he has to explain it to them. He told me that he is one of the most unique players you'll ever see. He kicks with both legs. He's 6'9". Let's just call him the unicorn.
Wait a minute. I am stunned.
The pink theme tonight. And those helmets, by the way, they look awesome.
Yeah.
And Desmond getting in on the end.
Des rocking the pink. I like it.
So that's the quality lid you need to get.